In many cases, the data is not that complicated as far as the data integrity goes, because we might be looking, as many people do, there is some online research. We do research both on what we would call conventional web research. We also do deep web research, which is areas of the web, because only about 3% of the web is actually indexed by the search engines that most people use, like Google and Yahoo. The rest of it actually contains a great deal of very important information, often a lot like what you might find in going into a library, older sections of the library that people don't always use, but where the library still gathers a lot of information on a day-to-day basis. So part of it is understanding not just the easy and obvious areas of information that people will want to know about a person or a company they're looking at. It'll be to look at some of the other areas that are a little less well known, where the company may be very busy. Shipping records and information, for example, can be incredibly valuable. There are lots of tracking data sources where you can find information on bills of lading and shipping as they go in and out and across the world. That kind of information is very valuable. For example, if we have a manufacturer who is delivering bad product, has already taken payment for it, and the customer is looking to sue and maybe even collect the money that they paid out because the product is defective, a lot of times that manufacturer is in a jurisdiction they can't reach. So they will look for assets of that company that may be in other more accessible jurisdictions to attach in the course of a litigation or a legal case. And that's one thing we do. But a lot of the information that we find online, especially over the last 5 to 7 years, is actually information that in the old days might have been things we would do when we talked to our family and our friends and our colleagues on the phone, when we used to use email. It's social media. And social media is a very special kind of source because there is a lot of publicly available information when people post things that are available for everybody to see. And there's also things that they do as they go about their lives, when they're meeting with people, when they're communicating with others through social media. And the important thing is that if you hire an investigative firm to do that kind of research, you want to make sure that they do things in a way that's both appropriate, is consistent with law, and is consistent with the ethical practices that need to be applied. Especially if you're working with lawyers, it's the legal ethics that the lawyers have to abide by. So for example, if we are going to contact somebody on social media, in many jurisdictions we have to be very clear about identifying ourselves for who we are, Nardello Co, and who we work for, whether it be a law firm or whether we want to identify the client. Either one is done, depending on the circumstance, but the important thing is we cannot misrepresent what we do in those circumstances, because that can actually lead to violations of the rules and violations of law.